So there's a lady, 68-year-old up in Scotland, that has recently had her son who died in 1975, and while she was in the hospital staff brought a baby to her, a dead baby, and she knew that wasn't her baby because this was a large baby with blonde hair, where hers was a small baby, and dark haired. And they said, oh, it's just postnatal depression, that's all it is. Anyway, she's continued to fight to find out what happened to her baby, and they had it exhumed recently, and there's no baby there. They've been doing this for a long time, the hospitals. They've been stealing the babies, taking their organs out, using them for whatever methods they want. This is criminal. It goes back to the elite, because I've recently been finding out that they've been taking young children's blood and injecting it into themselves when it's a match, of course. And this is the sort of stuff that's going on. So we all know they've been stealing our babies for forever, and it doesn't stop there though. They try and kill us all. If you're on benefits, they'll try and stop them. The entitlements, actually, but they call them benefits because they can stop benefits, they can't stop entitlements. And of course a lot of people are dying because they've got no food, no house, nothing. And then it goes right up to the old people. Recently there was a few years ago, a lady took her mother out this care home because she felt it wasn't treating her right, and so she took it out against the SS. And yes, it is the SS, exactly named correctly, by the way. She took her home. She had a room with ensuite and all that to look after her, and the council decided they knew best, and they went. Oh, by the way, to that first story about the baby and the mother, there'll be a link in the description, and this one coming up now, there'll be also a link in the description, and also there'll be a video link to it just here. So I think this was about 2012, they went round with the police with the red key to smash the door open and take her mother away, which they did. Took the mother away, and you'll see in the video that they put a towel over her head, take her into a car, and they speed away so fast they hit a bollard on the way in their getaway of stealing her mum. One of the reasons we found for this is they'll tend to say there's something wrong with your mum, she can't look after herself, so we're going to look after her, but don't worry, the NHS will pay for it. Only thing is, when they get them into a care home, they say, oh, you're not ill enough for the NHS to look after you, so we're going to have to sell your house and you're going to have to pay for your upkeep. This is the sort of criminality that's going on. So it's across all ages, from babies to old people. They are stealing, robbing us all. Now, another story I know about to do with this type of thing, there's a gentleman I know that was taken and put into a care home. Nothing up with him, no dementia, nothing like that. He's perfectly fine. In fact, he's quite fit, walks a couple of miles a day, no problem at all. However, they knew that if they could get him into this care home, which they basically kidnapped him and took him into the care home, and it took him either 3 or 4 months to escape, and I do mean escape from this care home. One of the reasons they're keeping them in there is because they get paid £500+ a week for keeping them in there. But hey, you know, it's all about the money. It's all about the money, because they were planning on stealing his properties as well and emptying his bank account, and they may even have done that. I don't know if they did or not. He escaped. He waited till there was a chance to escape, and he got out and escaped. They called the police and they took him back. However, he'd had enough of it by now. He wasn't staying in this. Oh, well, the other thing they did is they took his mobile phone off him and disconnected it. They didn't want him contacting any of his friends that he used to contact regular. He eventually got out and they let him back home after installing spyware in his house to keep an eye on him, to watch him 24/7. Whether that's still there or not, I don't know. It could be. This is the sort of thing that's going on in the UK. They are stealing our babies, they're forcing the poor to commit suicide or starving them to death, and they're stealing the old and robbing their assets. This is a total asset stripping operation from toddler to old age pensioner. This is what's going on. Check in the description for the links and let me know what you think.